coming to you live from San Francisco in Kubecon. I'm here with Aaron Bell of Mesosphere. Aaron, how are you?
Very well, Barton.
So, what is it you do at Mesosphere?
So, I'm one of the product managers at Mesosphere, and I work on our developer-facing tools. So for us, that's services like Kubernetes, which is why we're here today, Marathon, Chronos, things like that.
So now this came out of the Apache project Mesos. Can you explain sort of how the two are connected and what committers you might have?
Sure. So Apache Mesos has been around for a good few years now. I think it started around 2009. The general purpose of Mesos is historically it's been very difficult to write distributed systems that scale. It's just tough. There's many moving pieces. And Mesos tries to solve that by kind of abstracting away all the complexity of individual machines in a particular data center, and just kind of presenting to the developer the resources that are there, the CPU, the RAM, the disk, and really making a data center look like one big computer. It simplifies the whole picture, and takes care of all these primitives so that it's now really easy to write distributed systems. And the reason Mesosphere exists is that system has been really proven by the deployments at Twitter, the fact that Apple Siri is powered by Mesos. This underlying system powers some of the biggest scaling systems today. So it's a really powerful technology.
So you mentioned it as a data center type system. So that's enter DCOS. What's DCOS?
So it turns out Apache Mesos, which we have, I think you mentioned committers there. So in Mesosphere we make up something like just over 50% of the committers to the Apache project, so we have a huge hand in shaping how it works. And we have a great partnership with Twitter, who are a lot of the other committers. Apache Mesos by itself, it's like any good open source, there are some rough edges around the usability. So installing it isn't particularly trivial. Some of the documentation needs work. So what we do as a company is we make Mesos just easier to install, easier to use. We add tools around it, and just really help you with to get to the place where these really big companies have got to. So they've thrown lots of engineering expertise to really turn Mesos into what they need, and we want that. We want it to be as easy for your average customer to just unlock the power of Mesos. We provide all the stuff for that.
Cool. And then just to end with crystal ball time, where is Mesos going to be in the next year, or what are some of the features or functionality you all want to throw in there?
Mesos is at a really exciting time right now. What we're seeing is kind of explosive take-up. There's the pioneers like Twitter and Apple, but it's becoming more and more a commodity technology. So what you're seeing is that as we push Mesos in new directions, we're adding more capabilities and more primitives. So things around persistence and stateful workloads, which has historically been quite tough, we're now seeing really excellent support. Whether that's local persistence, remote network storage, all that stuff's being added in. So it's a really exciting time. We're networking, software-defined networking. The scope of what Mesos understands and what you can manage now is really exploding, and we're kind of at the forefront of making that usable for customers.
Awesome. Aaron Bell, thanks so much.
Thanks, Mark.